video blog. CNN has the audacity to do a report on tea and slavery in India. The United States is leading the world around slave wages and low wages in the entire world. CNN is owned by billionaires, a billionaire, multinational billionaire. Most major 24-hour news companies, media outlets are owned by billionaires. They are sending jobs out of the country where workers are making slave wages. In this report, it indicates that the slave wage work of picking tea leaves also leads into slavery of children and prostitution. It's amazing to me how the United States can do any reporting from anywhere about injustice, slavery, slave wages, or human rights issues. They just don't have any, we just don't have any moral standing around any of those issues. We don't have any moral standing around monitoring anybody else's elections when every ounce of energy that there is in Republicans' physical body, and maybe some Democrats, they're doing everything they can to make sure people can't vote. They have us voting on work days. They have short voting hours, close at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. In some countries, South Africa voted over 3 days. Maybe in some countries they vote, have longer hours, and they have those voting days on weekend days. And if they wanted people to vote and they wanted a higher turnout, they could make it mandatory that people have time off with pay to work. So we are one of the most hypocritical countries in the world across the fucking board, leaving no quarter for conversation or discussion around the issue, period. How can the United States of America, with a straight face, do any reporting about any place on this planet when it has done everything it can to turn the entire world into a garbage heap, turn the United States into a third world country? I knew in undergrad school when they said they were going to turn the United States into a service and information economy, they meant they were going to make this into a banana republic. Service and information. So who's going to input the information and the data and stuff? They got technical colleges. Evidently, we don't have enough smart people in this country, so they have to send for other people with H-1B visas and stuff, work visas and stuff, to go to our colleges where we educate them free, and they say they have to go back to their countries. Their countries need that brain power. We have brain power in this country where we can train people, but we don't want to pay them anything. They take people who are smart people here, who were born in America and went to technical schools in America, train H-1B workers. So the service economy, they're talking about cheap labor, Mexicans right there, and anybody else who fit into the Mexican category around cheap labor, whether it be working in restaurants or in hotels and motels or farming or anything else like that. So where do we get the moral standing? And so these people go out and they send these reporters to these places where they pick the assignments. There is no investigative reporting and journalism going on. That is over. There is none of that. These talking heads on TV are just doing what they're doing to eat. They have jobs, and they'll say anything, any kind of way, to have that job and that little bit of glamour so they can eat, drive a nice car, and live in a nice home with a nice zip code.